Kilian, why did Kosovo have a difficult road to the rule of law and viable statehood?
I think there's a very simple answer to this question, and that is because the status of Kosovo is unresolved until today. As you know, Kosovo has declared unilateral independence in 2008. However, it wasn't recognized by many countries and by many important countries. And that had an impact on the institution building in Kosovo, that had an impact on, or that slowed down, I would say, the establishment of the rule of law in Kosovo, and that makes it difficult for the country to develop its own state.
Thank you. And can you explain the paradox that ULEX faces between UN Resolution 1244 law and Kosovo law?
Yeah, well, I can explain that in very simple terms. There are basically two legal worlds that exist in parallel in Kosovo. You have UNMIG law, the 1244, it's based on the UN Security Council Resolution 1244, and you have Kosovo law, which was basically introduced, established, and written after the independence, after the Declaration of Independence in 2008. And while there is approximately, well, 80% of overlap between the two laws, in the remaining 20% there are differences. And our, for instance, ULEX judges have to decide on a daily basis which law they have to apply and which law they have to abide by. And it's a little bit of a dilemma because it goes back again to the issue of recognition and non-recognition.
And what is the most prominent challenge that ULEX faces in carrying out its mandate in Kosovo today?
Well, I think the most prominent challenge is probably the existence of these two different legal worlds on the one hand, and on the other hand, it is very difficult for an international organization in general, not only ULEX but for any international organization, when it has an executive mandate to investigate major and organized crime. Because these investigations are highly complex, they take a long period of time, and they need specific skills that you, until today, don't find in Kosovo, because the country and the rule of law institutions are still being developed and established. So there's a lack of expertise in many areas, and also because as an international, I would believe, an international investigator, it is difficult and it takes more time for you to understand as to how the structures are functioning and how the culture in which organized crime, for instance, is operating is functioning. So all of this slows down investigations and makes it more complex. Another challenge that we face is that the experts that are being seconded by the member states to us come from 27 different countries, and that means that these investigators, prosecutors or judges come from different legal traditions. So ULEX as such has to, in that process, if you like, find and establish first a common denominator in how it wants to investigate these crimes, because as we say, there are many roads leading to Rome, in this particular aspect, if you, for instance, take an American judge or a British judge or a British police officer, an American police officer, they come from the common law system. They investigate and adjudicate crimes in a completely different way than the continental European judicial institutions would actually do that. So we have in our mandate, and we very often speak about the European standard, but when you look at it, the European standard actually doesn't exist. It has to be formulated and it has to be done by the mission. And also this has an impact and is a challenge to the mission.
Thank you so much, Kilian.